Welcome back. We have a powerful topic this week. Power itself. Power. Some of us pray for knowledge and power, but power is a consistent seeking and desire for many. Power, power, power. We live in a power uh, shaped reality right now. And so, what is power? Why are we seeking it? And what are we doing with it? Well, here's a metaphor. If you had kids, you remember your child when they were 2 years old. They had a lot of energy, didn't they? There were times when they expressed staggering, astonishing, unlimited, unquenchable energy. And that energy would be translated into, um, how shall we say, a host of interesting emotional states. I was visiting with a friend yesterday, and a 2 year old hopped out of a car and suddenly started shrieking hysterically as he was walking back toward the front door, just seemingly out of nowhere. And then 2 seconds later, it stopped. So I haven't had human children, but I have had the equivalent of a 2 year old kitten. And boy, does that energy translate into a host of adventuresome experiences and emotions, we might say. So the interesting thing about being a little kid is we have access to all this power, all this life force. It's just raging and roaring through us. And we haven't learned how to temper or direct it yet. It's quite a training process. It lasts months and years, possibly an entire lifetime, for us to tame and temper and direct this great power that moves in and through us. Now, with reference to this great power, humans have always acknowledged it and they've given it many names in different cultures and different times. Some call it prana, some call it life force, some call it chi, some call it mojo, some call it life force energy, some call it spirit. But be that as it may, we're all being funneled channeled, channeled a great deal of this energy, and there's an virtually an infinite amount of this power that's available to each and every one of us. Now, some of us, here's the thing about power. This is our topic for the week. How are we individually translating it? Each and every one of us, think of our bodies as a receiver or a transducer of this great energy. And everybody's translating this energy into a whole different emotional spectrum. If I look outside, I see the telephone pole and the big wire that pumps in all the electricity into this individual house, but everybody down the street has their own individual wire. Now, this house translates that energy into, well, whatever it is. It's the toaster, the dishwasher, the musical speaker, the garbage disposal, the air conditioner. And some people are using that energy wisely and some people aren't. If we don't use this energy wisely, it really hurts. It's like a great fire that burns inside of us. It can lead to anxiety, fear, worry, dread. It can translate as jealousy, anger, lust. This great energy, our bodies will translate it into whatever our own current, personal, self-willed translation of it is. And if this great energy is not being used wisely, it burns and it's a purification fire and it hurts like hell. But the only alternative to that is to anesthetize it or to try to dial it down. And a lot of people, in the absence of taming and tempering their body, has simply turned the power down. We know people like this. They don't express very much power. They're meek, they're very soft. The power doesn't really come out very loud. That's one answer, is to turn it down or anesthetize it. But sooner or later, the power in each and every one of us is going to break out. And if our inner 2 year old has not been tamed and directed, then the fire will burn us into submission sooner than later. Now, the good news, by practicing meditation, prayer, spiritual practice, as all of you are, we're building a good transducer of this power, and we begin to translate power into its greatest, most true iterations: love, joy, bliss, peace, and light. But it's a long process, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. So all this week, we're going to look at How am I translating energy into what emotion? Anxiety, fear, worry, dread, lust, jealousy, anger, or love, bliss, joy? And each and every one of us is making great progress, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. But if we're praying for power, let's also pray that our higher power translates it inside of us as accurately as possible. I'm certainly praying that for myself and for all of my friends. We'll continue all week long. I'll see you.